Greetings everyone and welcome to Yard 6 of Yard 2022 Season 1 and for Game 1 Round 1 we have Plunderers vs Branded Dispia. Plunderers will be starting off with a pot of Prosperity and they will have Dimension Shifter being activated first. And now the Excavating, quite a lot of cards and the other one of them, I didn't see much about it. And here's Robina to England to Empen to then trigger the effect of Empen to add Dreaming Town. Setting a card and activating an Explode Winds. Pass turn, and now Brother Display will be starting off with a bottom opening. Well, they have to. All of their cards get banished because of Dimension Shifter, so the Mercury gets banished, and they'll be summoning Aluba. They go for Gold Sword. Quite a nice deck in the Branded Despair deck. Most likely banishing Tragedy, yes. And here's Dreaming Town, which was chain on the Echo Sark to then Nomos and Rovina to then go to Burst such as Stormwind. But first off, they have to go into England. Tragedy will be adding the Ad Libitum. And England will be resolving to add Apex Avian to then send the Aluba and the Robina to tribute summon for an Apex Avian. Yes, Product Fusion, which gets negated by the Apex Avian. And it seems like maybe they have one more card in hand they can use. They do set a monster and they go into Super Pulverization. It is most likely discarding a Super Pulverization, sending the Albaz and the Ampan to go into the one of the fusion masters. And here's Extravagance. After the board has been cleared, he has two more cards for you. And we're going to Duality, adding the Duster to hand. Activate Duster, which removes the button in red, having no targets in grave. Then you're going to Tukan into Robina to then send the fusion master to go into Ampan. And adding the map, prompting a scoop from the Branded Display player. For game 2, they will be going for Branded Opening, starting with the opening twice. How befitting. This time they do send the Coil Banshee to go into Aluba. He has a Patchwork to add energy and a Polymerization. Going for Branded Fusion. Most likely to go into an Albion. It is a Rebellion instead. Discarding Comedy to then. Well, they do trigger Tragedy, I think it was Tragedy. To add Ad Libitum. Adding the Ad, yep. And he has Masquerade instead of Mirror Jude. But Masquerade is just as good enough as Mirror Jude because it just activate a lot of things, as we've seen in our previous video, the Yal 5. And he has Polymerization. Or something. Anyway, he has Necro Banshee during the standby or during the phase to activate Zombie World, and he has evenly matched. Unfortunately, they shotgun the Necro Banshee. And now they have to banish everything except Zombie World, which make it removed by a simple Cosmic Cyclone. He has map to banish Robina to Nomaso and England, chain blocking with England and Robina. To then add Ampan, Nomaso and Robina, adding Barrage of Stormwinds. Then Nomaso and Barrage of Stormwinds because they can attribute summon for a non-zombie monster. He has Duality, adding Duster, and now they can just use their normal Nova Summon to Nova Summon Ampan, adding an Explode Wind, setting 2 cards and pass turn. He has Patchwork on the Crackback to add again a Polymerization with a different artwork and a Scythe. He has Tragedy, setting back the Branded Fusion, but they cannot activate it because of Stormwinds, and he has Dreaming Town. To go into Robina, adding 2 gun I think it was, sending the Branded Fusion and one of the monsters to go into Ryza. Completely a scoop from the Brother Edge player with so much control with the so mean, yeah. And now we have Invoke Unleash versus Sky Striker. With Invoke Unleash going first, activating Curse at land, pay 8 Field Grid to add Conquistador. Setting 3 cards and pass turn. And now Sky Striker is starting up with an Area 0, setting a card and discarding 3 cards, which were 2 of them were Short Cannon. And he has Draw and Luck, which stops the Foolish Bell goes to Metal Persuasion Engine. And seems like they are just setting a card, and during second phase, he has the Arch on this colors and green. And they do decide to chain Wakoro to at least get a card on the field, which has quite a huge attack value with 800 attack points. Sorry. And Curse will be activated to add Golden Lord, which immediately gets sent to grave with Invocation to send the Shot Cannon. But they do change the Shot Cannon to punish the Golden Lord. Setting another card, and face Scarlet and Green, setting a Wakoro. And now he has Metal Pulse Fusion be activated from grave, shuffling itself back to deck to draw a card. Hopefully not the same Metal Pulse Fusion that was banished, sent to grave, sorry. And he has AR0 to get the Jamming Waves, destroying the known Wakoro to then destroy the other Wakoro on field. And he has Engage with no draw and locks in hand or being activated. Big thing on the back rows of Eldritch. They will be adding Shock Cannon instead. No more summon Ray. Attacking for some damage, entering the battle phase, trying to activate her effect, but he has Cold Battle Grave. And now Wakoro will be activated to banish and set his colors and green. And now maybe do activate Curse and Land, or they do activate Scarlet and Green first to summon Golden Lord from deck. And they just have to push a little bit more for some damage, but no, they just have one Golden Lord on field. Battling for some damage, and main 2 going for Curse and Land again to add this time a Conquistador. Setting this Conquistador, and unphase, we'll be banishing Wakoro to set the Black Elixir, which summons from either hand or grave, I think it was deck or grave, something like that. He has Afterburner, destroying the Golden Lord and the Black Elixir, and now we have Shot Cannon banishing the Golden Lord after being chained on Era 0. Now he has Hornet Drones, going to Kagari to then add back presumably Engage. Yep. Yes, it is. Engage to go into multi-roll to then draw a card because they have 3 or more spells. I think. Multi-roll sending AR0 to then trigger the effect of AR0 to summon Ray from deck. They're trying to attack for some damage, but he has Conquistador blocking a little bit of damage. And maybe a little bit of display, but yeah, that's just fine because of Conquistador blocking a little bit of damage here, but still get to activate the effect during the next turn, so not so much of a misplay. By the way, he has Zeke into Shizuku. And Phase adding maybe R0? Or something. And now they'll be banishing Scarlet and Green to then set the another Conquistador from deck. That was during the end phase. And now drawing for turn, they'll be doing something. I'm not sure what just happened. Just taking a pic, and they're taking a picture because they, I think, scoop because of the comeback of the Skyscrapers. And now here we have Invocalish going first again, going again for Castle to attack hero. This time they do have a normal summon, which is Alistair, one of the best normal summons of the game. Adding Invocation and linking into Admirage to then go into Secure Gun now to activate Invocation to go into Mekaba. And with the great effect of the Invocation to travel itself back to add Alistair back to hand with the same dance and loop that we were seeing during the previous Adilsons tournaments. Setting 2 cards and pass turn. Yes, after burn down the Mekaba. And now we have Red Dash Fusion, which gets negated by Soul Impingement. Now here we have Rip being the most summon, because the activation of Red Dash Fusion was negated. He has Huakiru casting the Ray, and now we have Hayate being summoned in the battle phase to attack Paul directly for some damage. And now sending Engage to an Kagari, add back the Engage to then activate the set Engage to add Air 0, which adds a Shock Cannon. Sending Metal Fusion thanks to Air 0, and now Metal Fusion will draw a card. Set the cards and phase. First go to Shizuku and phase we added with doing card. And now during the Invocalish player's turn, maybe it have something. Decide to activate Curse and Learn. Going really low on the attack points. Just one Hayate is enough. Adding Golden Lord and here's Shock Cannon, banishing the Golden Lord. And now we have Alistair being the master one. Maybe they have a second Mekaba. They add an Invocation from deck to hand. And maybe they're trying to go for a game. Not sure how. Really big thing. Because they can go into a link to then use the invocation to go into a Mekaba when Ogoides. But they activate the invocation right off the bat without linking anything with it. You go into Ogoides, which then pops the Shizuku, triggering the Rip to summon herself back in grave. Fuck will be attacking over Ray, but they do change Ray to summon Shizuku, where during the end phase they'll be adding a Skyscraper card with a different name from the cards in grave. A Skyscraper spell rather. And he has Link Spider during the main 2 to then be able to trigger the effect of Walker during the end phase to set Scarlet and Green, and as the card was banished, I think it was Conquistador. Setting back Elixir. Yes, Rota to add Rip. And the second Red Dash Fusion. Now they have to negate it or else it's just game. They will chain Conquistador, and they will also chain Scarlet and Green as chaining 3. Summoning Golden Lord from deck and use the effect of Conquistador to pop the Shizuku. And Red Dash Fusion resolves, going to Dragoon, and they can just pop their monsters to go for game. Quite the long and tedious match. But now we have Evil Twins versus Virtual World, so it seems like Virtual will be going first. Starting off with a Kowloon, as always, Virtual World players. One of the best starters. And here's Roshi targeting the Chuche to send Shenlong to then summon itself. And Shenlong banishing it to add a Mahime to then send another card from hand. And here's Mahime being summoned. And now we have Kirin sending Juanwu. Now they'll be going into Ultima Zolkin, which gets Impalm, sadly. No Crystal Ring, and here's Pot of Desires. Banishing 10 to draw 2. Activate the effect of Juanwu to reborn Kirin from grave. And they'll be going into a QB. Setting card and pass turn. Evil Twin will be going off with an Live Twin Kisikil to then summon Live Twin Lila 3 from deck. Maybe they're thinking something else. I see a dog sending Gloomy Charmer from the extra deck. Maybe they're planning to steal something from the grave. Oh nope, they're just going to the permanence, discarding Imp. Sorry, not permanence. They're discarding permanence to activate Shafeeq, to then go into Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon. Activate the effect to gain attack equal to QB's attack, so that they can crush the QB and leave with a Starving Venom. It seems like Chuche will be popping the live chain. Sorry, which one was it? Kissikil, yeah, it was live chain Kissikil. And now the Sadekon and Boston. He has Lancia, preventing any recursion from the QB and anything else from the other virtual gate cards in grave. Now during the Evil Twin player's turn, they'll be going for secret pass code or passphrase. Checking the grave. I'm not sure what's going on, but seems like they passed turn. And now QB will be activating its effect to summon itself from grave. They will change Chuche to then pop the Starving Venom. And also Venom does trigger a neutral link to destroy the QB. So now they have to summon another monster on field to just preserve their points. That is, if the Evil player doesn't top deck anything good. He has Shinglong to add a Mahime, sending Roshi, and now Mahime will be targeting Chuche to send Shinglong to add, after summoning herself, to add a Kirin. And he has Kirin targeting Mahime to send a Granwu, summoning himself. And if you do a Chuche to merge the levels to then go into Geomathmech Final Sigma, attacking for a huge chunk of damage, but just not enough. And now we have the maybe it was negated anyway. He has one of the Evil Twin cards as summoned from deck to then go into Live Twin Lila. But it seems like it's just not enough against the Sigma grind set of the virtual world. And now the game 2 will be going for a Sunny Stage to then add Live Chain Kissikil to go into Secret Passphrase to add I think it is another Sunny Snitch. After Imperm on the Kissikil, yeah. Discarding Cosmic Cyclone to go into Live Chain Trade Lila. Link someone into Evil Twin Kissikil. Use the effect but gets another Imperm, and now he has another Servant. Sending Titanic Lad. Or rather, just send the Evil Twin Lila so that they do have the effect of Kissikil during next turn. Adding Dogmatica Ecclesia to then, I think it was a punishment that was added. And he has Granwu again, starting off very strong to go into Chuchi. He has Gigi, sending Shinlong to summon itself. And after each summons, the Evil Team player will be gain 200 life points and inflict 200 life points to the virtual player, because they control an Evil Twin Link Master. Now they are thinking about response. Or they're thinking about the opening game state. He has Shinlong be activated, sending another Juanwu and adding Mahime. He has Mahime targeting the Chuche or the Gigi, which prompts punishment to pop the Gigi, sending Entus. And now in a neutral link, Entus will be popping the Chuche. He has Roshi sending Juanwu to summon himself, to go in to summon back the Gigi from grave. And now they can go into QB. They can normal summon into a Hime, attacking over the boards. Ecclesia will be banished, and so does Kisikil because of Shenshen. QB just banishes everything on banishes everything except from hand deck. Yeah. And now here's further list after the 87 of Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And during that phase, she will be adding back the Roshi from grave. Yes, further list attacking over the imposing the inventories of the opponent's player's turn. And now we go into further list attacking over the Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And do keep in mind that materials on the Nexus monster are not treated as being on the field, so they just get sent to grave. Something. Either way, here's Vermilion McDragon to banish a tuner, popping the further list and attacking for game. And now, following the virtual player's performance in the last game, here we have the same virtual player going against the Thunderous player in the first game of this video. There's two good friends going against each other as usual. And the virtual player beginning with an emergency teleport to go into Hime. Activating Kirin, but he has D-Shifter. So they do get to send a card, but gets banished instead, so they cannot summon themselves. Banishing Juanwu. And maybe they do have the pass turn, which seems like they are doing. And now he is terraforming on the map. They'll be activating Iteru. Oh, never mind, just scoop because the shifter really ruined their turn. And now for game 2 we have okay, so Kirin sending Xinglong to then send Chuchi after Nova summoning Hime. We have Xinglong banishing himself to add a Mahime, sending Juanwu. And now most likely Mahime will be summoned, targeting one of the monsters on the field, sending Xinglong to then send add Chuchi. And now they have to think maybe they can go into Solar Charge or maybe they can go into a QB. Seems like they do go for Solar Charge Warrior. Activating the effect to draw a card. And then use the effect of Roshi, targeting the Kirin to summon himself and the Mahime, which prompts the effect of Hime Engrave to summon herself after the level 3 monster was summoned, which was Mahime. And now here we have the summoning her Ultima Zerkin, setting a card to super summon Crystal Wing from the effect of Ultima Zerkin. And Chuchi will be modulating levels to then go into Beatrice. Use the effect of Beatrice to send Recall Banshee. Again, Zombie World being the bane of vulneraries, unless they have something to deal with it. And here's Totem Bird to negate any spell trap calls from the opponent's field. And they pass turn with Extravagance going starting with Extravagance from Fernandez player into Duality and yes, Duster. But it seems like they probably do have to add the map. Or not. They go for advance, banishing Tokan. Maybe he gets secreted, maybe he gets ashed, or not, it resolves. Because the Totem Bird has to negate whatever spell traps that really threatens the board. And there's also another activation of Beatrice. Not sure what else I'll be sending, but let's find out. Here's Robina, being Nova Summon, to add a tree. To the normal summon tree, trying to banish one of their cards in grave. Which I think gets negated by Crystal Wing. And pop a scoop for this player because they do not have enough resources to go against the Totem Bird and the Zombie World. And now for game 3, they're going for Prosperity into map into Shifter. What else more could you want from this hand? Yes, Duality. And they go for Robina. to then add token. No more summoning Eaglon to add Empen. Tribute summon for Empen to then add a spell travel. Do chain advent to go back for the double Empen play in the same turn. Trigger is like twice per turn, but it's not a once per turn. And we're adding unexplored winds, activating it and setting two cards, one of them presumably being Dreaming Town. He has 2 Twisters, discarding Zhuanwu, destroying most likely the 2 set cards. Yeah, kind of duel, but it was one of them was a bluff, terraforming. And he has Pot of Desires to draw 2 cards, and now Assault Goblin to draw 1 more card. But do they have enough resources against the Dimension Shifter and the Empen on field, alongside the map, which will be sending a card on the field because of Unexplored Winds? Nope, instead they do set 2 cards and pass turn. And now I'll be using the effect on Unexplored Winds to banish something to Nova Summon Robina to then add the Crow, then Nova Summon Eaglon to add Apex Avian, sending one of the cards which are immediately able to then tribute summon for Apex Avian, negating whatever is left on the field. And now Unexplored Wind is shuffling something back, or they put up bottom of the deck rather to draw 2 cards. But to draw 2. And yes, token being Nova Summon, and yes, Italy, summoning a Hime from deck, not promptly a negate from Apex Avian, setting 3 cards and pass turn. And we need a miracle from the Bashar player. Yes, from my Hime being Nova Summon, which prompts a map and also triggering the effect of Hime in grave. And they do Riser it back to deck, and also rising them to defeat. We have a Thunderous player winning the game and also the match. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, leave a question, and we'll see you for YAL 7.